Hey everybody! Now, we're like so many things that I've done in the past and I continue to do, before you can go forward, you have to go to the past. And I just decided to pull something out and show you guys something. You can't get this, but this is an oldie, but pretty good game. A game of wizardry and warfare, the Beastlord. And this is from 1979. Now, in 1979, I think I was in high school. Yeah, I was in high school. Holy cow. So this is a game that has been around for quite some time. We're going to go down and just take a quick look and just show you how far things have come. And sometimes it's not bad to look in the past to appreciate what you have in the present. Let's go down to the table and take a look at Beastlord. So I'm not even going to try to explain too much of this. I really wanted you to take a look at how it was back in the day. Beastlord here. Here's one of the maps. This one's all numbered, and you're going to fold this up. Paper maps, yep. And then you've got your main map, your story map here, and you got all these chits in here where you have your different armies. Each of these are going to be like, for instance, here you can actually cross-reference everything right here. These are going to be civilians here, and they're going to have their attack value, their move value, and everything else. Very small. I don't think you guys will be able to see too much of this. We have here we have some archers, as you can see, and you have different factions. Elves and goblins and such. You're going to have combat spell charts. You're going to have your combat result charts. What's going to happen is when you meet up, if you can stack things pretty high. So you add up all of your combat factors. So say it came out to be 56 here. Okay, you would look at this column here. You roll a d12 and say we rolled an 8, well, we would come down, cross references, and that's how many units the other side would lose. There's modifiers for movement, as everything else. This is pretty much a pretty basic, game, and you can see that there are 4 sides. So you had all these charts, and you had everything in front of you that made it really, really easily. There's so much to it, and the setup. You have cards that are underneath here that I was actually hiding. You're going to have your war console cards here. They're going to play in how the game develops. Okay, each turn you're going to be playing these war console cards, and they're going to have different stats that are going to change all the things that you want to do. The book is, I mean, the best way to put this, you're going to have all these, you're going to have certain spell points that you're going to be able to use, and you're going to have certain towns that you're going to be able to mark where you're going to be keeping in your castles all your armies. And of course the other person's trying to capture and destroy and ultimately be the all-out winner. Now, the rule book, it's just very old school, and yeah, a lot of reading, a lot of stuff. It explains everything. And you know, the best thing about it is in the beginning it tells you an introduction to simulations. And what this is a fantasy simulation. And you can there's beast lords, there's elves, there's orcs, there's humans, there's so many different factions, and you're all vying to wipe each other out. Spells, all the different spells, which are going to have certain costs to them, but they do so many different things, and you really need to make a lot of notes. As you can see in here, there are a ton of notes to help you along, because there's just a lot going on with this, and that's why we're not talking about a lot of it. But there are different objectives. There's different types of treasures and stuff like that you can obtain. The magical sword, taking on the dragon and getting a certain amount of treasure. There's different types of treasure that you're going to try to attribute, and that are going to help facilitate your machine and your engine to keep on going and win. And as you can see, this is just and I'm going to get all these sheets out of the way so you can see everything, but just a really just old school game, and just going and moving, and then running into things like fighting. You'll fight a dragon here in the dragon's lair. There's a couple events here that happen in the far point here, where you'll run into some chaos and some undead. The 4 king runes, which are all these things just kind of flow, and you're all trying to get as much magic powers as you possibly can. It's really something different, and it's something that's just very old, and I wanted to show you this because it's amazing how far games have come compared to this old school just a game, and just taking more than a Saturday afternoon. You're going well into the Saturday evening to play this bad boy, but just very deep and a lot of rules. So let's go up top and give you my final thoughts, as we just took a quick look at Beastlord. Like I said, I wasn't even going to try to give you half the rules, or even try to explain the rules. First of all, if you were able to find this, good luck. This is a rare one. You know, it's just taking a look at an old game that I wanted to share with you guys. The player turns are just very simple. You know, it was movement, ambush, combat, like I said, how combat, sieges, and then you would move, the next player would go, and this would go on and on and on, and you know, determining on how you wanted to end the game, because there were several different scenarios on how you could play this out. The spells were very intricate, and it had that fantastic war game feel, but this very deep fantasy feel to it as well. It was complex, nothing like Magic Realm, but complex enough to really that you wanted to make sure that you understood everything that was going on here, and a very deep explanation for it. But it's kind of fun to take a look at these old games, and I like doing this every once in a while and sharing it with you guys. So until next time, it's your old pal Rob saying, we'll see you soon.